Oh, I didn't bring my other phone. Where's the other phone, Gizmo? Y'all stay there. Who is here? Okay, we holding on by a string today, y'all. What are you doing, Gizmo? Where's my glasses? I done lost. I done lost my glasses. Oh, there they are. Okay, y'all. So the police has finally went to Brian's house. I don't understand this whole case. Like, I am so bewildered by this whole situation. Why it took the police so long. Okay, so they coming out with it ain't much evidence. They didn't gave these people an opportunity to get rid of everything. If it was evidence, they didn't gave the family ample opportunity to get rid of it. That's still too sweet. I bought some of that Simply lemonade. I gotta add water to it. So Brian's parents' house is now surrounded by people. Of course, the media. The media ain't gonna leave, but I guess like the citizens in that area have like taken it upon themselves. They're outside screaming, "Where is Gabby? No, no Gabby, no peace." Somebody screamed, "She is America's daughter." I haven't seen a case like this in a long time. In a long time. So someone on TikTok always got to weasel their way into something. Somebody on TikTok came forward and said that they gave Brian a ride somewhere. She said her and her boyfriend gave him a ride, and he had told him he wanted to go somewhere, and he freaked out and asked them to, pull over and let him out the car. So they did, and he was by himself. He didn't have Gabby. If y'all see anything on my face, it's pizza. He didn't have Gabby. So he said that Gabby was in the van working on their website. I don't know what day supposedly it was, but if you want to see it, I'm pretty sure they said her video has like over 1 million views already on TikTok. So it's up there. It's on YouTube because that's how I saw it. I didn't see it on TikTok. But anyway, she said she gave him a ride, and she said where they dropped him off at and stuff. So she said, "I'm looking at you. Don't come over here next to my pizza. Stay over there. Lay down. Don't come no closer to my pizza. Stay there. I'm looking at you. I see you. You're not invisible." Um, she said where she dropped him off at, where her and her boyfriend dropped him off at. Now, who knows if, hopefully, this woman is legit. Because when stuff like this happen, unfortunately, people do want to put themselves in the case for whatever reason. Well, just for clicks and views and recognition. So she didn't have a picture of, she didn't take a picture of him. She said he was like hitchhiking or whatever. Like, there is no way in the world that I would allow somebody, a hitchhiker in my car, and is this glass dirty or is that lemon? Oh, that's lemon. And I didn't like sneak and take a picture of the person. Well, for one thing, you not getting no, ain't no random person getting in my car. That's that. Period. On period. You not getting in my car. So, you know, who knows if this young lady is telling the truth or what? But like, I hope she is. I hope she didn't just like make that up. Yeah. So they saying that the family said they had broke. They weren't. They were no longer engaged. The engagement had been broken off, but they were still boyfriend and girlfriend. But they had broke the engagement off. But they were still in a relationship. And just because you're not engaged don't mean that you're not in a relationship. So let's see. Beautiful Magic, Phoenix. Phoenix is the moderator. Kevin Jackson, Deborah Lewis. How y'all doing today? Um, yeah, so they were okay. Let's talk about one thing. Did you look at the Facebook post I posted for you? No, where? On Facebook? You posted it on Facebook? So yesterday I did get an opportunity to look at the police body cam video of the incident where I got my eyes on you. I do not trust you. Please don't get no closer to my pizza. I'm still looking at you. Just because I'm looking here don't mean I'm not looking at you. Don't get no closer to my pizza. I'm not playing with you. Because I don't. Let me move my pizza. Because you sneaky. I did get an opportunity to look at the body cam video of the incident where the police actually pulled them over. So, for the people that don't know, there was an incident where Gabby and her boyfriend got into a physical altercation, I guess outside of a grocery store, and witnesses called the police. So, I guess when the police were on their way to the grocery store and they said they saw him speeding and, kind of driving somewhat erratic and pulled him over. Come to find out, they're pulling over the people that they're looking for, which was Gabby and her boyfriend. So this whole encounter with the police was like an hour long. It's a long video. So they talked to both of them to sum the whole thing up. They talked to both of them. They got Gabby's side of the story. They got the boyfriend's side of the story. To me, Gabby appeared either drunk or high. I don't know. It was just something weird about the way she was talking. She was extremely emotional. She was crying. She had hit him, but one thing came up. She said she hit him because he told her he was going to take her truck and leave her. And looks like that's exactly what he did. In the end, he took her truck and he left her. That's why she was fighting him. That's why she slapped him. That's why she was punching him because she was trying to get back in her truck. He was trying to leave her because she was emotional. And I will be emotional too. You're trying to leave, you're trying to abandon me in a vehicle that is registered to me. Now, I have no idea how much money, he has put into the vehicle, but the vehicle is legally registered to Gabby. Just like our vehicle, me and my husband, the navigator is legally registered to my husband. I have, put money in the navigator. I've, made repairs on it's our navigator. We both drive the navigator, but the navigator is legally registered to my husband. So that car is legally registered to her. It's her car, technically. No matter how much, he says, well, I did this, I did that. They're not married. Me and my husband are married, so that's our car. But they're not married. So that car is hers. So he took her car, call a spade a spade. He took her car, her van, and left her wherever and drove back to Florida to his parents' house without her. So technically, he stole her car. He stole her van and he left her God knows where because he is refusing to speak. He is refusing to talk. So the police and the media are outside of his parents' house, but they're saying he's not there. He's not there. He's not at his parents' house. So now you didn't put your mama and daddy and whoever else lives at that house in some bullshit to where now the police is running up in their house. I'm pretty sure they had the police probably finally got a search warrant. So now the police running up in your mama and daddy house, tearing up your mama and daddy house over something that you did. But see, whatever it is that he did, he has had the opportunity, his mother and father have all had the opportunity to get rid of whatever evidence they had because that girl's been missing what? 3 weeks? Because she was missing 10 days before her parents um filed a missing persons report on her. I'm going to look at the comments in a minute. Just give me a minute. She was missing 10 days before her parents even filed a missing persons report on her. If I had a daughter, now my sons are different. My sons are not the type of people that call me every day. My oldest son, I can check his social media and see that, he's active on social media. My youngest son, he don't live that far from me. And he doesn't call me, all the time. So it wouldn't be weird if I don't hear from him. But if you're a child that calls all the time, and I know that you're like out of town and I haven't heard from you, I'm not about to wait 10 days before I report you missing. I don't care. I know some of y'all probably gonna say, well, she was in the wilderness and the last thing they got from her said that there was no cell signal. I don't care. After a couple of days, I'm gonna report you missing. Because in my eyes, you missing. I ain't heard from you. Anything could have happened in anything could have happened out in the wilderness where they at. So I need Gizmo. Okay, you doing the absolute most. Um, Anything could have happened. This dog then knocked over the remote control. Okay. Anything could have happened. Oh no, you didn't miss nothing. Okay, so Phoenix said based on what she saw, it may be a month and 4 days she been missing. Now I know it was at least 3 weeks. She been missing since what, August 25th? I think she been missing either since August the 25th or August the 31st. One of those days. I know somebody got a breakdown somewhere. Oh, on the community post? Let me go see. Let me go see now. Oh, they saying they don't know where he at, child. Where, Phoenix? Where you posted? I don't see it. Under which post? So, honey, this live stream, I guess, is going on. It's been going on for a while now. Cause I was watching it for a while before I came live. So it's been going on for a minute, and it's gotten dark where, oh, they're in Florida. So when I first started watching, it wasn't dark, and it's dark there now. What is how many hours different is Florida and California? I always get the time messed up because it's only 6 o'clock here. Oh, okay. She said it may be been deleted since it's a link. Oh, okay. So they were saying that the last Instagram post of hers and his account were on the 13th, and that they don't think she was the one posting after that. Yeah, I saw that too because they said that that last Instagram post that she posted had been posted previous. Like whoever did that took that. Well, obviously it was her boyfriend. He did it and reposted something that had already been posted. So it kind of seemed like he a dummy. He don't realize how these Instagram and social media detectives will comb through everything. You can't repost stuff because they looking at dates. These folks on the internet be solving more crimes than the FBI and stuff. They gonna solve some crimes. Okay, send it to me. Oh no, don't send it to me on Instagram because I can't see it unless you send it to my other Instagram. Do you have my do you have the Crystal Instagram? Cause they done locked me out of my. I can't get on my Instagram page on this phone, and I'm on my iPhone, so I won't be able to see it. Send it to my Facebook. Put it on my Facebook. I'll see it there. Okay, I'm about to show you. Hi, Naya. I'm about to show you what it is right now. Oh, so now they saying they don't know where he at. Okay, so they saying they don't know where he at. Send it to this Instagram. Let me see. This one. Send it to that one. Can you see it? It's the Lashana Brown one. B. Lashana. Send it there and then I'll see it. I don't know why I can't sign in. B B Lashana. The letter B and then Lashonna. And my you know that picture of me should come up. So yeah, now they're saying they don't know where Brian is. I'm pretty sure one of his other relatives, because they don't know all that. Hey, Dark Goddess, they don't. Okay, here we go. They don't know all that man relatives. I'm pretty sure one of his other relatives. Um. Oh God, Instagram don't let you click on links, girl. Instagram tripping. Yeah, it won't let me click on it. I think everybody is all of these social media sites are starting to get weird about links and stuff. Facebook probably gonna do it too. Yeah. Well, Facebook do it too sometimes. So I don't know, y'all. This whole situation is looking kind of strange. And you know what was weird was when the police pulled over Gabby and her boyfriend when they stopped them, the way that the police dealt with them, the way that the police was like, are you okay? Do you need some water? Sit in the back of the truck. We're gonna turn the air conditioning on for you. You're not in trouble. Like, kept reiterating the fact that they weren't in trouble. They just wanted to talk to them. They wanted to make Gabby as comfortable as possible. They didn't even pat the boyfriend. They didn't pat him down or nothing. They just asked him to lift up his shirt so they could, look at his waistband. They never touched him. They never got aggressive with him. Now I will tell you that both of them were extremely cooperative. The boyfriend kept saying, "Oh, I'm sorry if I was speeding. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to." But it's just the demeanor that they took with them compared to how I have seen people of color be treated. I mean, they told her, "Oh, sit in the back of the police car. We're going to make sure we turn on the air conditioning for you. We want you to calm down. Are you okay?" "Oh, yes, she's hyperventilating, and I have her sitting in the air conditioning. Do you want some water? Do you like ice water? Oh, do you want Dasani? You want Voss? You want alkaline? Do we have alkaline water?" "She's vegan. She only drinks alkaline water." "Yes, we're gonna get you some alkaline water, sweetheart. Don't worry." "Oh, and can you make sure that there's nothing in the car that's gonna throw anything, blow anything on her that's not vegan, because she's a vegan." And do we have organic air? She can only take organic air. She's a pure sweet girl. She needs organic air. Okay. Can you get that alkaline water, please? I mean, then when they were questioning her about the actual fight, about her hitting him, he had scratches in his face. The police officer coaxed her answer. He said, "Now I'm going to ask you these questions, and you be very careful how you answer," because he knew if she said the wrong thing, he should have arrested her. Had that police officer arrested Gabby, Gabby ass would still be alive. Had he did his job and took Gabby ass to jail for slapping her boyfriend, she would probably still be alive. But because she was wholesome and America's daughter, he said, basically, be careful how you answer these questions. So when you slapped your boyfriend, did you mean to hurt him? And she kind of looked at him. You couldn't see him because it was his body cam video. So the camera is facing her. And I bet you a fat baby, when he asked her that question, he said, when you slapped him or when you punched your boyfriend, did you mean to hurt him? He was probably like, and she was like, no, I wasn't trying to hurt him. How do you slap somebody and you're not trying to hurt them? How? How do you do that? How does that even happen? If I slap you, I'm trying to hurt you. If I put my hands on you in any manner, I'm trying to hurt you. I'm trying to do damage to you. I'm hurting you and I'm doing it for a reason. But that's how he did her. He baited her. He was trying to leave her at the grocery store, um, Tara Ann. He was trying to leave her there. She told the police that. She told the police he was trying to take my van and leave me. That's why I hit him and jumped in the window of the van. He was trying to leave her. And that girl was like, "You're not about to leave me in the middle of nowhere taking my van. You're not going to do it." Oh, who having a baby? Dark Goddess? Your daughter about to have a baby? Oh my goodness. We about to have a little baby? Oh, Phoenix said now they're saying there was an altercation between the father and boyfriend a day before she disappeared. So Shara said, according to the law, intent wouldn't matter. If the dude had marks, she should have been arrested. The police said that it does matter. The police said this absolutely made no sense to me. Because if you hit someone, you're trying to hurt them. Unless you are defending yourself. Yeah, she was trying to hurt him. He's trying to steal her van. And wait a minute, the boyfriend said, now this is what Brian said. Brian said, let me stop calling him her boyfriend because he's not her boyfriend. Okay? Because your boyfriend is not going to just abandon you out, God knows where, and then take your van. That's not your boyfriend. So y'all remind me to call him Brian. Brian said that the reason all of this stuff started was because he can't she had cleaned up the van and he got in the van and his feet, I guess his shoes were dirty and he was like tracking dirt oh, around in the van and stuff. And she got upset and was like, I just cleaned up and now you're making stuff dirty. And I guess she had been frustrated because she was trying to get um, their website up and running, and she was having problems. So he said that they had been going back and forth um, basically all day. And he said that, they had been having problems before this. Um, you know, I don't care what people say, this whole life that people show living in these vans and living in close quarters with people like that in very small spaces, that is difficult. And of course, these YouTubers that, show this van life and RV life and stuff, of course, the only thing they're going to show you is the good. But even living in a house is difficult. You're constantly around someone. They get on your nerves just living with them in, a house situation. I can only imagine what it's like 24/7 living in a vehicle with somebody. I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't do it. I could not. Shauna said, Shara, I don't know why I want to call you Shauna. Shara says that's interesting considering this law went into effect after decades of alleged victims defending the alleged perpetrators, saying that they didn't mean it, so that they never pressed charges. Right. I thought that the police were the ones that. Now, this is in Arizona. I think they were pulled over in some part of Arizona, I think. But I thought that it was up to the police. If the police got there and it was a domestic violence situation and the person that was hurt, the one of the people had scratches or bruises or something, and both the person admitted to doing it, because she did admit it. She said, yeah, I hit him and I scratched him, blah blah blah. When they split them up and they got both of the stories, then they did get that part right. They both told that story right. Yeah, she did scratch me, and I think he said she punched him. So he had, I think, a scratch on his face and something like on his arm, like a defense. If somebody gets you on the arm, usually it's a defense wound. So if you doing all that, y'all fighting. Y'all are fighting. That's domestic violence. Y'all fighting. And she admitted it. And if the police had taken her into custody, she probably would still be here. But because she was a pretty young white girl, they didn't want to arrest her. Now, had that been me, they'd have snatched me by all my curls, handcuffed me, threw me in the back of the car. They wouldn't have gave me no water. They probably would have turned the air conditioning off. Yeah, it really does. Beautiful Magic. It really does sound like um, a very toxic relationship. I guess she may have ended up being a victim of her own privilege. Because, people are talking about that also. I was looking at one guy's video, and they was, talking about pretty privilege, white privilege. Had she been somebody else, it just would not have ended like that. I'm sorry. I do not believe that it would have ended like that, but the police did not want to arrest her. You could tell he didn't want to arrest her. He was, looking at her like, okay, this could be my daughter, and there's no way in the world I would arrest my own child, and I'm not about to arrest you. Naya said in California, the law has been passed. Any domestic disputes, whether you were the person doing the abuse or being abused, will both go to jail. It's like you said, maybe if she was different, they would have arrested her, and she would still be here if she had been arrested. Because if she had been arrested, she probably would have called one of her parents and told them what was going on, and they would have probably came and got her. They would have. Okay. Oh, I left out a piece. I left out a part of it. So the police, instead of arresting them, got the Brian, got him a hotel room, rented a hotel room for Brian to make sure that he could spend the night away from Gabby. So they rented a hotel room for Brian and took him there and gave Gabby the keys to the van because the van was registered to her. They knew that the van was registered to her because they ran a check on the van. They gave her the keys to the van and told her to go to such and such place where she could take a shower and chill out and sleep it off. They told her to don't contact Brian that night. He was going to contact her the next day after he cooled off. Yes, rented him a hotel room. That's the same exact thing, Shara, that I told my husband. Rented him a hotel room. Took him to the hotel because, he didn't have any transportation. I wonder how they feel now that this girl is missing. And you did everything but what you were supposed to do, which was arrest the girl. Right. Anybody else would have had to cool off in county jail. Oh, you gonna cool off all right. You gonna cool off behind these bars. Rented him a hotel room. Took him to the hotel. Let her drive the van off. So I guess the next day, or probably later on that night, after the police dropped him off there, I'm pretty sure he called her and was like, come pick me up. I ain't staying in this damn hotel. You got us into this shit. Come get me. Because she had the van. But see, this is where I get mad at young ladies. The police gave you an out. She should have drove off, got on the phone with her dad, and said, look, Brian is out here acting a fool. I need some help. The police just split us up. I I am scared to drive this van back to where mama lives or back to where you live. Can you give me a plane ticket? I'm pretty sure her dad would have did everything in the world to get her back to him. Okay? Either her dad, her mom, her stepfather, somebody between the three of them, I think it's four of them, because her looks like her father is remarried. So it's her dad, her stepmama, and then her mom and her stepfather. So out of them four people, somebody could have helped you with a plane ticket. She could have left that damn van there After she got on that plane, she could have texted Brian and been like, I left the van at so and so. The keys are under the mat. Good luck. But instead of doing that, she went and picked Brian up. Now they can't find her and they can't find Brian. But you know what? What if Brian done killed himself? Hmm? What if Brian done killed himself and take this whole secret to his grave? What if Brian just ain't tell nobody? He was like, you know what? I'm not about to spend the rest of my life in jail. Y'all not gonna worry my parents to death. I'm gonna kill myself. And don't tell her parents where she is. They can't find him, girl. They don't know where he at. He done came up missing. He ain't at the house. He's not at the parents' house. So what if he killed himself? Because see, they hot on him right now. They are on him. They didn't tow up the parents' house. He know it. He can't go back to mom and daddy house. Cause I think they're looking for him now. But child Brian could be anywhere. He could be he could be and went back up there wherever wherever he put that girl body. He could be up there looking for her, up there talking to her. This your mess. You started all this. You know how crazy people do. They crazy people always go back to the scene of the crime. They can't help it. They're mentally ill. They will go back to the scene of the crime. He could be anywhere. He could be anywhere. They took the van. The van has been impounded. He could be anywhere. Shara said, yeah, the cycle of violence is so hard to get out of. Um, assuming there, I'm pretty sure there was. Yeah, okay, so when I first, the first thing I said when I saw the police footage, when the police was talking to her at first, okay, so I can understand that she was upset, but I hope my husband don't call. Let me text him and tell him I'm on live. Because he just sent me a text message and I don't want him to mess this live up. Um, um, what was I saying, y'all? Oh, yeah. She did seem like she had something. But she told the police that neither one of them, she told the police that neither one of them drink. She said we don't we don't drink alcohol. But I mean alcohol is not the only thing. Like people out here doing all kind of stuff. So they could have had, anything. Because he didn't seem drunk like her. She I'm sorry, she seemed drunk. Like she really seemed like she had been drinking. Like she was crying too much. Like I could see if okay, so the police asked, "Did he hit you?" And she said he grabbed her face and kind of like mushed her face. But she said he did that because she was swinging on him. I don't think she said he like just straight up punched her. Oh, you know what? I saw that video, but I didn't watch the whole thing. So I do want to go back and watch that video, the behavioral. Okay, my husband need to. I do want to watch that video. Yeah, I had an abusive ex husband also. My first husband was very abusive, very, and I thank God that I was able to get out of that situation with the help of my mother and Oakland Police Department. I will, will forever be indebted to Oakland Police because I had some very good police officers come to the scene and really help me. My mom, the rest of my family, they was like, "Oh hell no, this not gonna happen." And my mother was like, my mama was like, "Honey, if the police don't, you better hope the police get you. You better hope the police get you before I do." My mama was like, my daughter may not hit you, but I will." Oh, my mother was so upset, so upset. And I just knew I had to get out of that situation. One day, I'm going to, make a video about that because I think my kids are old enough now that if they don't watch my channel, but if they do, they in their 30s now. They old enough to process the truth. And they have heard bits and pieces of the story. They're old enough to process it now. So if I tell, my story and they hear it, they should be able to deal with it. But yeah, I know how hard it is to get out of those type of situations. I know it's difficult, but God certain will put you in positions to give you an out. And this was her position. He gave her an out. He split them up. He had the police step in and split them up. The Bible says God will always give you an escape. He will give you an escape route. Now it's up to you to take it. He gave her an escape route, and she went and got him. She had to have went and got him because if you watch that video, you clearly see the police handing her the key, telling her, "Don't call him tonight. You guys go and cool off." She's and she was upset. She said, "Well, I'm not used to driving the van. Is where you taking him? Is it a long way?" And I don't know if she was like at that point, she was so scared that, okay, is he going to retaliate with the police taking him away? Is that going to make him retaliate on me because he's going to blame me for this whole situation? I can feel all of that. She was scared. But that was her out. And the police did that to give her an out. Okay, we taking him. Run. Okay? Run, Becky. But instead of running, she went and got him the next day or probably later that night. Because this looked like it happened early in the day. So she went and got him. And then whatever happened after that happened. But God gave her an out. And she didn't take it. She didn't take it. When that happened, she should have took them keys and she should have just drove to the next city. Got on the phone, called her dad, told him, where she was because Brian didn't have a vehicle. He did not have a vehicle. She could have just drive. Call somebody. I'm driving. Brian, the police have Brian. They're taking him to a hotel. Help me. I don't know what to do. I'm so confused. Help me. I don't want to go back to him. Help me get home. Shara said it's so important to view these stories from an objective place. It is hard when we have experience. And I'm trying. Am I not sounding objective? I'm trying I'm trying to sound objective. I really am because I do understand this situation. I do. But I want to give both sides of this situation because you want people to understand that you don't have to do this. This didn't have to happen the way it did. The police dropped the ball. The police totally dropped the ball in this situation. The police dropped the ball. And then Gabby, because she probably does have a codependent type personality, she probably felt bad because all of this happened. She probably blamed herself. She probably knew that he was going to blame her. And so she did everything she did everything in her power probably to please him in the end. You know what I mean? She didn't want to. She probably felt like he was upset at her for everything that had happened because a narcissist will do you dirty and then blame you for the way you react. A true narcissist will do you all kind of dirty and then blame you for defending yourself. Gaslighting. And that's probably what he's been doing to her. That's probably what he was doing to her. Telling it, constantly holding. Okay, so she did say that she didn't like to drive the van. She didn't feel comfortable driving the van. So he must have been the primary driver. And he probably told her, I'll take this van from you. That's probably been The one thing that he had been holding over her head this whole time is, I'll take this van. You don't like to drive anyway. You can't drive anyway. I'll take this van from you. Then what you gonna do? He probably takes her money. He was probably controlling her money. Like their YouTube channel only had one video. They had just started their YouTube channel, and they had started the YouTube channel to, earn extra money. And of course, their YouTube channel, they were gonna get money because people love blonde hair, blue eyed, white girls. Her and her boyfriend kissing all the time, couple goals and all that. Y'all in these couple goals be killing me. And look what happened. Look what happened. This girl missing. Now the dude missing. But see, they was about to be a couple goals. Because, of course, they only show the glamorous part of the van life, the travel, being in different places every day. Like, y'all don't know how to just lay roots down and just be happy being at home with your feet kicked up on your soft ottoman with your nice blanket. You want to be in a car, it's thundering and lightning, and you sitting up in the car half the time, don't know if you're going to be warm enough. No, I don't want that shit. I want to sit in my house. When I get ready to take a shower, I don't want to be driving around to the nearest Planet Fitness or truck stop. I don't want to take a shower in a truck stop. I want to walk into my nice, clean shower that no one has used but me and my husband. No one else showers in our shower but me and my husband. Gizmo don't even get a bath in the house. He's bathed outside. No one uses our toilet but me and my husband. No one sits their butt on the toilet but me and my husband. When I get ready to get something to eat, I can walk to the refrigerator. I can use the stove. I have a microwave. I don't have to set up camping equipment. I'm not going to get cold. If I want to go somewhere on the weekend, I can go. I have never, like, okay, so I do understand like all of these adventures and stuff, but I don't understand the desire to be cooped up in a vehicle 24/7. Yes, I understand that rent and mortgages are so freaking high. It's ridiculous what people pay in rent. But then you look at the fact that what they're paying in gas to drive all of these places, the money that you're spending in gas, maintenance for your vehicle, they have to pay when they go to a lot of these parks and stuff. You're eating out, you're buying groceries. It's about the same thing. If you just rented an apartment, the only thing you're getting, are these adventures. And maybe it's because I'm not, you know, an adventurous person. And the people that I really look at sideways is the people that, do this van living and force their animals into this mess. You're making your cat or dog live in a van or live in a car with you. So your dog is just like sitting cooped up in a car. And you know how hot it is? Like how hot it has to be in a van. Like you're constantly searching for shade. To no, I'm not doing. I would not do my dog like that. For one thing, Gizmo don't even like riding around in cars like that. This lemonade is still sweet. God damn. I lost my straw too. I've been had a hair in my eye all day. It's getting on my nerves. They're allowed to live out playing house as children or just old enough to get in real trouble. And that's exactly what happened to them. His mannerisms read mental illness, not to be rude, but he looked like he was prone to snapping. You know, I got that same vibe off of him. When when I saw their video, when I saw their video, I said, something ain't right with him. He just didn't really look like he wanted to be in the video. And it was like she kept kissing on him, like, she was trying to prove that that they were happy. Like, you don't have to. I don't know, child. I don't know. Some things you can't fake, and a relationship is hard to fake. Some people can see right through fake relationships, because if you're trying too hard, that screams fake. It does, because people that are really in, I mean, take me and my husband for example. You just not gonna see us kissing all the time. Like, of course, he kisses me all the time when he gets ready to go to work. That's we've always did that. Even if I'm mad at him, he will still come kiss me before he, go to work. Um, but we don't, we just not doing it every time we make a video, or if we're making a video with each other, like every 10 minutes, it just looks fake. And that's what I kind of got from them. When I saw that video, I was like, it don't look right. So WFLA has now reported Brian missing. So they're saying he's missing. So Shara said, I got Chris Watts vibe. Yeah, something ain't right with Brian. Yeah, they are. They're just kids. You could tell the way she, was crying, and just her mannerisms and stuff. She's still very much a child. Very much a child. And, it's no telling how he was treating her. We won't know. Even if even if she kept a journal or something, I'm pretty sure he got rid of that. He probably got rid of everything. He probably got rid of her computer, everything. Unfortunately, he definitely got rid of everything that would in any way make him look bad. And I'm pretty sure um, if she had a journal, she probably wrote down what was going on. And if she did, that's gone. He got rid of that. For one, the police. Why did the police wait all of this time to get a search warrant for the parents' house? If he was a person of interest, they had declared him a person of interest. Why did they wait to get a search warrant for the house this long? They gave this man an opportunity to do away with all the evidence. If that had been me, they would have been up in the house the first day. Day one. They'd have been up in the house. I don't think this is. Somebody said that too. Somebody said, what if all of this is some publicity stunt and this is a publicity stunt or something for their YouTube channel and um Gabby is gonna come out and say that she didn't have her phone was broken or whatever, and she been hiking this whole time and she didn't know that all this was going on. I don't think so. I don't know, child. I don't know these damn people. I was about to say, I don't think she would do that. But I don't know these damn people. I don't know what she's capable of doing. I know if she does, she needs to go to jail. They both need to go to jail if this is a publicity stunt. Hi, Kieli. If this is some type of YouTube publicity stunt for views or whatever, and she come out and say, "Oh, I was hiking. I didn't know." Um, Gizmo, you snoring? Wake up. Um, what if she come out and be like, "I didn't know this was going on. I didn't know what was happening," and then she just come out the clear blue. And where's my remote? Hold on, y'all. Let me find the remote. Cause this channel keep going off. Gizmo, you on a remote? Oh, I got it. Oh, let me help you. I'm sorry. This channel that I'm watching keep losing. What is this? WFLA. They keep losing their sound. I'm trying to find another channel. Let me see if it's another channel. Is this it? Um, Phoenix said that would be crazy, but you know how some of us Americans are. Girl, if that had been a person of color, they'd have been ran up in their house. They wouldn't have waited this long to go up in their house and figure out what was going on. Ain't no way in hell they would have waited this long to go up in them people's house and find out what was going on or look for evidence or whatever, because for one thing, the police know that if they give you too much time, you gonna get rid of the evidence. Who is stupid enough to keep evidence in their house and the police ain't been there? You could take that stuff anyway. And now they can't find him. They can't find Brian. So the evidence could be anywhere. Honey, Brian done took that evidence and probably done went to glory with it. Now you know if Brian if Brian gone to glory, you know he did it, right? If he gone to glory, you know he did it. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He did it. Because ain't no reason for him to, oh yeah, he ain't going to glory, girl. Uh well, you know. You know what I mean when I say gone to glory. You know what I mean. Okay? If that happened, he did it. If we wake up in the morning and they say that they found him unalive, he did it. He did it. He probably done told his family goodbye. He probably told them goodbye. He sure did. He told them today. He probably told them, I'm going to leave, mama. Thank you. Keep my secret. And he gone. Yeah, he gone. They can't find him. The police saying they don't. The police say they don't know where he is. He gone. He said, "I'm not going to jail. I'm not. I'm not going to jail. I'm not. I'm not gonna tell. I'm not gonna tell my story. I'm not gonna tell what happened. This this didn't end the way I thought it was. But for me, it's over. This is it. So, cause anything could have happened to her. Like, they could have went on to that national park. He ain't going to jail. He is not going to jail. He said I'm not going to jail. I'm not. I'm not about to be nobody's, no. Cause he a pretty boy. They waiting on him in jail. The people in jail probably sitting there waiting for him. And he said, they ain't gonna get me. They are not gonna get me. So he done went and took care of himself. He probably told his mom and daddy, I love y'all. It's been real. And he probably told his mom and daddy. Now see, this how scandalous he probably is. He done told his mom and daddy where to come find his body. I bet you. I bet you he ain't gonna go jump off some cliff. He probably done told his mom and daddy, I'm gonna be at the last stop motel in room 303. Come get me in 3 days or 2 days. What's up, Gizmo? Somebody coming in the yard? Go get him. Go get him, Poochie. Because honey, I think Brian did something to himself, y'all. Brian said he ain't going to jail. Hey, honey bee. He ain't going no jail. Okay, y'all. Next week, for real, I'm gonna try to get back on my regular schedule. I do need to send out a couple of packages. I'm gonna try to do that next week. We did go see a house to another house today, but the bedrooms were real small. Like the master bedroom. Who's that? Uh, the master bedroom was super small, and it was just really smaller than. Hold on, y'all. Oh, oh, the police upset. Oh, the police getting some flack for the way the case is being handled. Oh, so the police saying we ain't looking at them Facebook comments. We don't care what them people on Facebook is saying. Um, Naya, why does your message keep? Why does your comments keep retracting? Like certain people's comments, I can't see. Like every now and then, your comment will say message retracted. Oh, this one of the FBI agents. He talking on this WFLA now. He's talking. Uh, he talking about he upset because people are upset about the way that they're handling the case. But a lot of people are upset because they're like, why did y'all wait so long to? Oh, so they won't say the FBI is not saying when the last time Brian parents even saw him. They won't say because people are asking. So where is Brian? I don't understand why they didn't arrest Brian to begin with. Oh, thank you, Shara. Thank you, sweetie. I appreciate that. Um, People are trying to figure out where Brian is. Who was the last person to see Brian? Those are some of the questions I guess that are coming up on Facebook. Do you know that they got a whole Facebook? They got Facebook groups about There's a Facebook group to find Gabby. Like I ain't been up in there yet, but I'm probably gonna go in there because you know them Facebook groups. They be having some. I heard they went all through her Instagram and his Instagram. He's so stupid. He never should have given people. He should have made his Instagram private. When this happened, he should have made his Instagram private. And I'm pretty sure he probably took her phone, so he should have made hers private too. But this just shows how much of a, you know, how dumb he is. He should have made all of that stuff private. Because people have been through their Instagram, his Spotify playlist. They said before all of this happened, their Spotify playlist was happy love songs and everything. And I guess the day that she supposedly came up missing, he started putting like real dark songs on there. Oh, okay. Okay, I just want to make sure, Naya, that it wasn't something going on my end. Um, they said that his song. Let me turn this down a little bit. They said that his songs had took like a real dark turn and were not like all loving and all that kind of stuff. I wasn't gonna go look for no Spotify playlist because you know I'm probably not into the type of oh thank you Naya. I'm probably not into the type of music that um they are into anyway, so that's not something that I would listen to. Like, like I'm only talking about this because it's interesting. Like, I'm not asking my ancestors to, go. That's not my thing. It's not. I'm not going that far with the situation. I mean, because honestly, I believe that he did something to her. Because I really believe that if she was okay from the way that her mother and father described her, she would have called them by now and let them know that she was okay. I really do. So, I mean, it just don't look good. It does not look good at all. And I feel like even if something happened and it was an accident, he should have stayed with her. Like if they got into it, say for instance, they got into it and she fell, it would have been best for him to just call the police. They already had a record of her being physically violent. So, in this case, the police may have sided with him. He could have been like, we got into another, physical altercation and she fell. They already said that basically she had mental health issues because she did tell the police that she had anxiety. And I think she told the police that, I'm spitting. I think she told the police that she had OCD. She told the police that she was anxious, she had anxiety, she had OCD, and if something happened to her, they probably was just gonna say, okay, well, she had a mental break. And he could have been like, she spazzed out. We was hiking, she spazzed out and started swinging on me, and I ducked out the way, and she fell. But if he had called and not left her, he would have just looked like then we would have had sympathy. I think people would have had sympathy for him. Like, oh my God, he's a caring boyfriend, and his girlfriend accidentally fell down a ravine. But to just leave her, and not tell people where she was or what happened or nothing, makes you look guilty. I mean, he just looks guilty to everybody. Even if you didn't do anything to her, you look guilty because you left her and you came back with her vehicle. That's her van. So, what y'all think gonna happen though? I think tomorrow, if they don't find Brian by tomorrow, Brian gone. If they don't find him, if it don't come on the news tomorrow that they have found Brian and they arrested him, Brian gone. He gone, child. We gonna see. We shall definitely see. Because this one of them cases that's not gonna go away. Oh, they said since Tuesday? Because this I don't think they said how long yet. Honey, Brian gone. Ain't no telling when the last time he was there, because no one's seen him. Nobody has seen him. None of the neighbors, or see, now it's people camped out in front of the house. It's people in front of the house. It's like a witch hunt. They all out in front of the house screaming, "No Gabby, no peace. No Gabby, no peace. Where's Gabby? Come out here, Brian." I mean, they out in front of the house with bullhorns, and I mean, to the point where the police had to go out there and was like, "Y'all need to shut up." I know them neighbors. Oh my God. If something like that was going on in my neighborhood, do you know how mad I would be? I don't know. Honey, ain't no telling where he is. He probably done took that girl's the little bit of money she had. He probably done took her money. He probably got her ATM card and then took her little bit of money that she had. And his mom and daddy probably gave him some money. Cause white folks, they gonna uphold their kids and some bullshit. His mom and daddy probably done gave him some money. And he gone. Child, he is gone. Is this thing that far behind? So I don't know, y'all. Hey, Black Queen, we gonna Tara Ann said, "Yep, I think the family knows where he is." Girl, they know where that boy is. They know where he is. But just like they couldn't, the attorney said for Brian not to say anything, the family doing the same thing. Mom's the word. Mom's the word. We gonna keep your secret, child. We ain't gonna tell nobody shit. Gone, Brian. Brian probably left sometime in the middle of the night. How Brian get out the? Brian probably waited until the media left, cause I'm pretty sure the media ain't camped out there. Brian probably Brian probably went in the garage. Daddy probably pulled the car up in the garage. Brian got in the car and laid down in the back seat. And Daddy drove off and took Brian wherever it was he needed to go. No, the cops wasn't watching the house, girl. They wasn't watching the house. Because they didn't even have they must not have had a search warrant until today. Brian been gone. Brian been gone. Brian in Timbuktu. Shit. They didn't gave him some money, and he long gone. How far is Mexico from Florida? Brian gone, child. We ain't gonna see Brian no more. They gave Brian an opportunity to get the hell out of Dodge, and that's what he did. Brian is in Mexico. He liked to travel anyway. Brian said, I ain't going to jail. Brian had made up his mind that he wasn't going to jail, and he's not. Oh, Tara said, I'm wondering if he even came back. Did anyone actually see him drive the van? I don't know. That part, I don't know. Like, he couldn't have just drove. Well, no, he could. He could have drove straight. No, you gotta get stopped and get some gas. Cause I think they said from where he dropped her off, or where they were, was like a 3-day drive or something. So he had to get some gas. So somebody had to see him. Somebody had to see him. But I don't think anybody at the house. I don't think he's been out. Like, what is he going? He can't go nowhere. What was he going? He can't just be like out mowing the lawn and stuff. They probably told him, keep your ass in this house. Don't go out there. If you want to go somewhere, go in the backyard. You need some air, go in the backyard. Don't go out in the front. Them people out there. And when it got bad, he probably got out of Dodge. Or he been out of Dodge. He been gone. Because he was at home 10 days before her parents even reported her missing, right? They said he wasn't wanted. He's not wanted. So they said they've been trying to contact him for 6 days. They ain't heard from him. So no charges have been uh, filed against him. They just they just want to know where he is. He's not wanted. I don't understand it. Cause they'd have been locked my little ass up. Yeah, you know they didn't. His family didn't gave him some money. They didn't gave him some money. That he could be anywhere because he has had ample time to get his passport and everything. He is not wanted for a crime, so he can fly. He could be anywhere. He could be in Turkey. He could be in Bali. He could be anywhere. Ain't no telling what happened to her child. If this was a black family, the cops would have watched this. The cops would have broke the door down the first day. The first day, they would have had a search warrant to search that house the first day. The day that they found that van, okay, so you can remove the van and impound the van, but not get a search warrant for the house. They took her van. So you get a warrant to impound her van, but you don't get a search warrant for the house. And you got a whole missing persons van parked in front of your house. And they take the van and don't disturb the occupants of the house. What? I didn't have the police come to my house and knock on my door about my dog. A dog. This this man has the property of a whole missing person. And they didn't knock on the door and be like, hey, what's going on? Can we come in and talk to you? I don't understand that. It's like, is this case being handled by a bunch of rookies? I don't get it. I have never seen a case like this before. Never. For real, Phoenix. For real. This is classic white privilege. How do you have the van of a missing person and they do not ring your doorbell and talk to you? He probably sitting up watching this live broadcast right now. He done changed his name, cut his hair, dyed his hair, and everything. He drinking, he's sitting there drinking margaritas and watching this live broadcast as people are talking about him, and he's like, y'all would never ever see me again in life. Do you hear me? Because see, they have given him too much of an opportunity to, they've put too much space in between him and the police at this point. They don't have a clue as to where this man is. They have no idea. And I don't think he's dumb enough to run to another family member because that's the first place they will look. Of course, they're going to find out who this man is related to. The first people they're going to be looking, is the rest of your family. He could be anywhere. He could be camping. He could be camped out somewhere. He could have went. I believe he went back to the scene of the crime, back to where he offed her at. I think that's where he at. Oh, girl, they would have been issued a warrant for his arrest by now. He would have went straight from person of interest to a warrant issued for his arrest. I thought person of interest, they get you and bring you in for questioning. I ain't never seen a person of interest just go free and be walking around willy nilly like that. What you say? What, Shara? Sorry, had to hop back on. Interesting that they went missing around the vicinity where the newlywed van lifers were found killed. And I thought so too, but I think I watched too many movies. You know that the police said that these two cases have nothing to do with each other. But didn't those van lifers, didn't they say that they had met up with some weirdo, with some weird man or something? Yeah, they're saying that these two cases are not related. But didn't those women say that they had met some weird man, some man that was acting strange? Yeah, I think they just saying that to throw people off. I really do. But I want to go find their channel. Did they have a channel? I want to I want to go look and see if they have a channel. Y'all, I've been looking at all kind of like um home decor and stuff, like trying to figure out what colors I want. No, she saw it on another true crimes channel. Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw like little bits and pieces of it too. I've been trying to figure out like what colors I want in like my living room and bedroom. I do want a lot of bright colors. I want a lot of colorful accents. I'm just looking at this lady. I guess she bought a crochet. This look like it's a bedspread. It is pretty, but um, I do want to make a couple more crochet throws for, because I want all of the bedrooms to have um, some crochet throws that I made in the bedroom. So I'm gonna go, y'all, and look like I'm at home by myself. Everybody went to a football game, and my nephew um, plays high school football. He's a quarterback, so they all went to the game. I'm not interested. Not like that. Like I don't like going to like nighttime football games and stuff because I don't do well if I get cold. It's not super cold here in the Bay Area, but I don't like sitting outside and stuff because you never know if it's gonna get windy or cold or whatever. So I didn't want to go because it's a night game. They just left not too long ago. So I think me and Gizmo are the only ones at home. And of course, my husband is at work. So the house that we looked at today was cute. It was just small. The bedrooms were just too small. The other bed, like we really don't care about the size of the extra bedrooms, but the master, like we want the master to be a decent sized bedroom. So that was the only thing about this house was the master was small. All of the bedrooms were basically the same size, which is ugh. So we're not. We just gonna keep looking. So I love you guys. Continue to say a prayer for Gabby and her family, and continue to say a prayer that we find a house that we like. Okay, it's time for me to get some new glasses because these little glasses just keep and they. I guess when I put them in my purse, they probably get smashed or whatever. But my purse is so small, I can't put like a glass case in there. So I'm gonna go and chill out. If anything interesting happens tomorrow, I might come back. But we're supposed to be going to the movies tomorrow, and I think my granddaughter is coming. So I don't know. If I get a chance to come back tomorrow, I'll come back. If something real interesting happens, then I'll probably try to come back and talk to you guys. Thank you guys so much for the super chats. I really do appreciate that, and y'all know that that's gonna go to the building fund. Amen for the building fund. Every little bit helps towards the building fund. You know how the church be having a building fund forever. So I'm gonna start a building fund for us moving. So that's gonna go towards the building fund. We ain't building, but we're moving. So I will see you guys later. I love you guys so much. Thank you for spending time with me. And hey, if y'all find out any news, put it on the community wall and I'll see it. It'll come up as a notification and I'll see it if y'all hear something before I do. Okay? Y'all take care. She said, amen for the building fund. If y'all hear anything, let me know. I love you guys and I appreciate you and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hit the like button. Bye y'all.